Hello again, everyone. I'm going to be doing a 30-minute Coliseum run, and just to see how much treasure and stuff I can squeeze out of just 30 minutes in a Coliseum. Now, this video is going to be under a couple of assumptions. Of those, we're going to have the two basic Coliseum grinding builds. As you can see right down here, Galarian, he's a level 25. He's just a random element, fire. Probably not the best to use for the venue I'm going to use. But strength at 129, agility 8, vitality 13, quick 50. And Pavonin is the same. I have another Coliseum dragon, but this is a Mire Flyer build, so it's a little different. It's not as strong as the other two, so eliminates, like, one-hit KOs are more complicated with this guy. It's mostly a scratch, then eliminate, or rally and then eliminate to beef up the attacks, and that just like adds another step to it. And then I have a Millionaire that I'm training, and it just slows things down, so I'm just going to have 2 dragons. This is typically what you're going to have when you start out. If you have more than 1 dragon, then awesome. Or more than 2 dragons, then awesome. Might help you in the long run, especially if you run into bosses. The next assumption is I'm not going to be grinding in anything over 20. Because once you get into the Boreal Wood, the Crystal Pools, you're not going to be one-shotting enemies anymore, so it's not going to be fairly efficient. Having said, it's doable. You get some great stuff out of the other venues. That's just not what I'm going to do. Who knows, in the future I might do challenges in other venues, especially if you guys have like a request or something, then I might do that. But for now, we're just going to hop into the Rainsong Jungle and grind for 30 minutes. I'm going to set a timer on my phone, and the entire video is just going to be that. Oh, I'm going to show you my horde. Okay. Sorry if you hear the cat screaming in the background. She's just an attention whore. And the dog is also under my desk, so he might make some noise as well. So, food is empty. We're going to sell everything we get. If I'm not stupid enough to accidentally convert it to food points at the end of it, because sometimes I just automatically do that. My materials is fairly bare. Let me throw those into my vault. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get any of these 4 items from the Rainsong Jungle, and obviously not any Baldwin materials, so I'm good on that. I'm just not going to throw those into my vault. I have stuff in my apparel. If I get any apparel item, I'm not going to count that to the final thing. I have a lot of familiars, and that just would take too long to throw into my vault, so I'm just going to leave them, maybe make a note as I watch the video over again, and then do like here's how much I made without familiars, like selling familiars. Here's how much I'll make if I sell the familiars that I get. Battle, I've got a lot of stones here I don't want to throw into my vault. A bunch of skins, a bunch of specialty stuff, and this will be empty as well. So for the most part, we're going to be selling any materials that I get, and any food that we get. Normally, when I grind, I actually use the food for food points, just because that's how I get my food in the game, rather than gathering to get food, unless I'm desperate or something. That's about it. I normally don't use the Coliseum to grind, unless I'm looking for specific materials for a quest or a trading thing. So, without further ado, let me actually start the timer. Clock, timer, You might also be asking why 30 minutes, and 30 minutes is just about how long it takes me to maybe get through my dailies. It also takes me about 30 minutes to do the whole 75,000 in Fairgrounds with Glimmering Gloom. So it's a good reference point when you're comparing how much money you can make through various mechanics on the site. So, yeah. Anyway, timer is starting. And here we go. I'm going to switch between using my keyboard and using my mouse. Because I'm just like that. Sometimes my hands need a rest, so I just rest to different hands at different times. Yeah. I also was eating an orange in the middle of all that, so sorry for weird mouth noises. I also have a cup of coffee with me, so if you hear me reaching for a drink or banging around my desk, then you know why. Also, the cat might jump. I hate getting nothing after a battle in the Coliseum. It's just the worst thing. Especially because, like, sometimes I'm like, is it loading? Or are we just, not getting crap? Anyway. I don't know how entertaining I'll be during this. So apologies in advance if this is just a boring 30-minute long video where we do nothing. Feel free to grind with me. I'm not gonna try and be the speediest demon through this. We're just gonna grind casually for 30 minutes like a normal human being. Not trying to put any rush into it. Oh, there's also the Thundercraft Carnival going on, so we'll be getting some sprockets. I don't know how far on the list the Rainsong Jungle goes for efficient sprocket grinding, so I can't imagine that we'll get a lot. I know the top venue for that currently in the year 2021 is the Scorched Forest, which is a pretty easy venue. So if you have a pair of 25s, even maybe like 15s or so, it'll do pretty damn well. These deadwood borers you gotta be careful of. If you're using a different build than the standard, sometimes you have to scratch and then eliminate because they're kind of beefy. Side note, interesting fact, I guess, about me, Rainsong Jungle is my favorite venue. And you might have guessed, being like, oh, that's kind of obvious. You're in Nature Flight, so of course you would like the jungle. Well, to that I say, yeah, I guess I am kind of predictable. I also really, really like most of the enemies / familiars you can get out of this venue. I think they're just so cool to look at and thoughtfully designed. I remember when the Rainsong Jungle came out. That kind of dates me as a player. Of course, I joined, like, mid-2015, I believe. So, like, it is what it is. I'm an old player, but I'm not one of the OGs. Now, theoretically, it would be wise to build up breath all the way so I can just power through with a bunch of eliminates, which I guess I'll try and do that real quick. Just note that it does take longer. Rude? Okay, these Zaluses, I guess they have a high speed stat or something, but they dodge all of the time. Like, ugh. They're so rude. I'm also notoriously bad at the CAPTCHA because tiny screen. Actually, let me zoom in a bit. I noticed when I published my last video that I was recording my whole screen because that's the way the recorder I use does it. And I was like, man, that's kind of small. So normally I do play zoomed in because I have a big monitor, so everything kind of. And we've got our first familiar. It's a barkback board. I'm gonna make a big deal of out of getting. Oh my goodness, my guys are dying. Maybe I should heal up a bit. So Galarian's great because he has that stone that allows him to like soak up enemy health, I guess. So I could just do that a couple of times and he'll be fine. With Bavonin, she doesn't have that. So I guess I could technically use a health potion. I don't know anyone who does that though. If you do that, leave a comment because like same hat, my guy. See, that didn't even heal her a bunch. So I don't know. I guess they're not worth it. Which just makes sense why people don't do it. I think there's a beefier health potion out there that heals full health? Maybe? Maybe not full health. Maybe like half. I didn't realize how dead they were. Probably from those bosses. See, I get so absorbed in the Colosseum that I just don't pay attention. I'm just like, pressing buttons automatically. Because once you know the key bindings, it's just like, you can zone out and just beat up a bunch of monsters. Oh, we got a vial of hypnotic sight. Cool. I have so much food after this. It's gonna be a shame that I'm gonna sell it all. Obviously, I don't know how many of you are gonna be like super familiar with the Colosseum, but the higher venues you get into, the more valuable the loot drops are. So like, if I go into the training ground and grind for 30 minutes, I'm gonna get less than what I get here. Let's see. Yeah, these guys are 38 treasure each if I just hoard sell. Theoretically, you would make more off of selling your food in the auction house. And that's how a lot of people make money actually on this game. They just grind and sell their stacks in the auction house. So consider that for your dragon money making needs, I suppose. I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna hoard sell because it's the fastest thing. So maybe if you're interested in whatever, you can look up all of the stacks that I get and look up how much they would go for on the auction house for yourself and decide how you want to make sweet dragon cash. But I'm just here to grind mindlessly in the Colosseum for 30 minutes and then hoard sell everything. I'm not about that complicated auction house life. Mostly because, like, I hate listing things and then not having them sell right away, and then them expiring, and then me having to either modify or relist, and the notifications get annoying, so I don't do any of that for the most part. It depends on how much the item really is selling for. If it's just a common item that doesn't go for anything more than 5,000, then I probably won't list it. mistyped. Let's set it again. We're 10 minutes down. By the way, trying to keep an eye on my timer. I'm also gonna. I got a parta! Woohoo! Okay. I'm going to round up the battles. I don't know, depending on when my alarm goes off for all of this. So if I'm in the middle of a battle at the end of all of this, I'm gonna finish the battle. I'm not gonna stop then and there. If I could type, that would be great. Sometimes, if I'm lucky, I get eggs from the Colosseum. I got my last 2 eggs from the Colosseum. One was an earth egg and the other was a fire. Pretty sure I got them from the same venue. Probably the Scorched Forest. I've been grinding a lot in that venue recently. Apparently it's just a great place to grind for festivals and stuff. I'm gonna sneeze. Phew! Oh, excuse me. Oh, I just sneezed on the cat. I tried to sneeze away from my microphone. And my cat's like on the bed, which my bed's behind me. So I kind of sneezed in his direction. I'm sorry, kitty. He's kind of unfazed. He's just like, I'm vibing. Are you vibing, Reamers? Yeah, he's like giving me little eye blink kisses. Yeah. I hate sneezing because then my nose gets a little runny afterwards, so I'm like sniffling after. And it's gross. Well, I apologize in advance for my sniffles. Stop dodging. The hippocampuses and the little monkey dudes, they also dodge a lot. Sometimes the amphitheaters. Speedy little dinguses. Manticore Screamer. I don't know what the other one is. Proto-Manticore. I wonder how many sprockets I'm gonna get from this. I've already bought all of the fest stuff that I want for the current event. Now I just need to get the rest of the skins and accents that I want. That's part of the reason why I'm in a grinding mood. Oh, I got a chest! I already have that one, I think. Pretty sure. Which means I can sell it for sweet dragon cash on the auction house. Now, the chests, those are great things to sell, if you get extras. Because then you can, like, pop it up on the marketplace for 35,000 treasure. And then use it to buy a skin or accent that you actually want. So, stop dodging my eliminates. It's against the law. So declares King Secretsair, or Dino, or Ruffles, or however you want to refer to me as. I am a man of many names. No! No health potion. Blur. When the I keep wanting to call them familiars because they drop familiars. When the enemies are in the blur, I got a Budwing Morpho! Okay. When the monsters are in the blur frame, it makes me think of those blur memes where you're either like reacting or scared or whatever. They'll post and they're blurred. Reaction memes, yeah. When you know the dragon is about to use a lemonade on you and he just destroyed the guy right next to you. Blur image frame. That's what the enemies sound like, right? When they talk. They sound like, I don't even know what type of accent that is. I'm a shitty American, don't know American accents. I want to say almost New York. Maybe. Q. W. E. R. I got a Proto-Manticore! I'm just gonna get every familiar in 30 minutes. How about that? We're approaching 10 minutes though, so like, I don't have much time left. I'm gonna get something cool. It better be something cool. I kinda hate how there's no quick key for the fight on. I guess I had to make something get in your way, aside from the CAPTCHA. So I get it, but also, sometimes I'm just grinding with one hand. Low-key, I actually have a programmable... One other chest. Canyon Crawler. Programmable gamer mouse. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a mouse that has buttons where you rest your thumb, and they 1 through 9, and you can program 1 through 9 to do more than just 1 through 9. But default it is just 1 through 9, because a lot of MMO RPGs use 1 through 9 for abilities or attacks or whatever. So it's just easier to find 1 through 9 on your thumb rather than on your hotbar, which is kind of, oops, I didn't mean to do that, hard to navigate on your keyboard when you're not looking. A lot of the elite pro MMORPG gamers, have a programmable mouse. My friend has one. Anyway, my programmable mouse has the WASQASE mapped to one of the buttons, because you can program a whole string of button presses, I should say, to a single button on the mouse. But that's kind of like low-key botting. In a way, it's not really, because like it's a legitimate tool. But just throwing that out there. Like, for example, here, I'm gonna press one button on my mouse right now. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it. I'm drinking some coffee while this occurs. Oh wait, why did it? See, sometimes it doesn't work. Which is also why I don't use it. Sometimes, oh, I didn't, hold on. Oh, obviously if your dragon misses and you don't have enough breath saved up, the the button doesn't know what it's doing. It doesn't, like, change the way you've programmed it. So now I'm gonna do it. Wow. How amazing was that? And it's slow enough, because, like, if you program it to go too fast, it just... Coliseum can't keep up unless you have great internet. So, you have to, like, program the, time in between the keystrokes. Anyway, sometimes I do that. I don't do it that often, though. It's just... But I also don't grind in the Coliseum that often. I'm Dragon poor. Like, I'm obviously not using it for an advantage, essentially. It's just a tool that some people may be interested in, especially if you have, like, carpal tunnel. Even if the button keyboard mapping doesn't quite work for you with carpal tunnel and stuff like that, you might want to look into a programmable gaming mouse. It's not cheating, it's not botting, it's just you're using a device to help you with a computer. Like, not that deep. Or of an accessibility thing, or an efficiency thing, than scamming thing. Oh no, my phone in. No, I have 8 minutes left. You need to hang in there. My phone in, please. Don't die. Fuck you for dodging. God. Rude. Don't. It can't end like this. Not with 8 minutes left on the clock. Please. Anyway, sometimes you're gonna have bad collie days. Sometimes you're gonna have good collie days. Just is what it is. No. I'm gonna die. Hold on. Not cool. Not cool. Oh, healing uses breath? Healing uses breath? Really? That's wild. Yeah. Okay. Gosh. Okay. My bad. That was... No! I mean, fine. Everyone's fully healed. It's fine. We'll just power through it. No, actually I won't. This is gonna take forever. Losing precious time. Oh, the dog's dreaming. He's dreaming of suckling and making mouth noises under my desk. How adorable and also kind of gross. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Not really. 5 minutes. Well, six and a half minutes left. Rounding down. That's rounding down his lies. Wagons. That feel when you're a dragon stuck in the capture machine. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I've got a headache, so I'm kind of like out of it. My allergies are kind of bad. My sinuses are hurting. Yeah. Dodging my attacks. Super rude. Another Proto Manticore! Got 2 of those. Sweet. Oh, now we're at 5 minutes left. Well, can I make it? Will I die again? These are the questions I have with 5 minutes on the clock. Okay, but the blue hippocampus dude actually is pretty cool. Oh, meow. I like him better than the orange guy, but I don't really care for the color orange. It's aight. I don't like yellow, like, at all. Which is kind of funny because my favorite fruit is a lemon, and lemons are yellow. I just like the way the lemon tastes. Lemonade? Heck yeah. Slaps. Lemonade, half iced tea, half lemonade. Oof. Yummy. My favorite. Lemonade, just in general. We have like a local lemonade guy in the state or whatever, and he sells to like all of the major grocery stores, which is pretty cool. Milo's Lemonade. He's got like an orchard or something, either down here or like in Florida or something. I don't know. It makes me feel happy to buy a gallon of Milo's Lemonade. He also does tea, which is pretty cool. I don't think they do half and half, which is sadness. So I gotta buy a gallon of lemonade and buy a gallon of sweet tea just to make my own half and half. Not really, I've never done that before. I usually use it half and half already made. It's so good though. Oh my god. Probably like filled with loads of sugar. I don't have it that often. Yeah, love me some lemonade. Love me a good glass of orange juice. Every once in a while too. Gotta get that vitamin C so I don't get scurvy. Otherwise I gotta go feral and eat some dandelions in the front yard. The neighbors don't quite like that. No, I'm kidding. Actually, that is a fun fact. Dandelions are like the first thing that comes up in springtime, after a winter, and a lot of like settlers and everything, whatever, would plant and eat dandelions for vitamin D because they've gone the whole winter only eating their preserves and stuff like that, which don't have a lot of vitamin C. So they would eat their dandelions to avoid scurvy because dandelions are rich in vitamin C. So I've had dandelion salad before. It's not bad with some like olive oil or even dandelion oil or a nice vinaigrette. I'm not too crazy about vinaigrettes though because I don't like vinegar. I don't even like pickles or olives or anything preserved in vinegar. I'm just like not a fan of. But I'll eat sauerkraut for some reason. Maybe it's just because I'm German. Gotta love that kraut. Am I right, fellow Germans? Now, the bane of my existence, the golden beast. In our final hours, too. Minute. We have 1 minute left. Can I beat him in 1 minute? Oh, we've got 56 seconds on the clock. Ah! Oh, I meant to eliminate. Oops. Oops, I did it again. Yay! Cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. Eliminate that boy. Eliminate Q. So if I click the right button, 21 seconds on the clock. I got a notification on my phone about the weather. Ah! I think that's about the weather. We've had heat advisory for like the whole week. It's been miserable to step outside. I had to go put the trash out. That's my timer. Yesterday, I was out for maybe like 15 minutes or so. I was sweating. I was just breaking down some boxes to put in my trash can. It was awful. Okay, so fairly decent haul. Got about 30-ish of everything for the most part. Except for, boss stuff, which sell for quite nicely. So we're going to sell. Oh, wait, let me empty out my treasure, even though it's only 434. And we're going to put the 52 gems in here, just for funsies. I'm going to put that in there eventually anyway. Okay, I'm going to sell these items. 15,000. Wow. Any materials we could sell? We got this. We got this. Oh, I'm not going to be able to sell these. Hold on. So I'm taking... Okay. I guess I'll deselect these. One by one. Painful. Oh no, I hate this. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry I'm subjecting you to this. Hindsight is only 20/20. Oh, and it deselected everything too. Oh, balls. Making sure I'm not selling anything. Okay, sell. 8,000. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, sell that, sell that. We're gonna open this, I guess. Open the chest. 500. Deselected my things. Sell these. Deselect. Deselect. And sell those. That was 10,000, right? And then some familiars. I forget what all we got. Me. Got a Budwing Morpho. We got 2 of those Brodo Manticores. We got a Boar Dude. And maybe the other, like the Screaming Manticore guy. So I'm gonna say that was 4 drops. If not, I'll fix it. Oh, we also got a Parda. I can't remember which one. They both sell for the same. We'll sell. Ooh, and I have multiples of. Oh, I didn't notice what page that was. Okay. Wow, I'm pretty good at this. So we got 2 dudes. Sell those. I don't think we got any of those. Maybe. No, we got one of these guys. Hell you. Definitely one of these guys. I should have wrote them down instead of saying, "Oh, I'll just watch the video again." I don't recall getting any of those, but maybe I'm just stupid. Anyway, so about 40,000 for grinding in the Rainsong Jungle for 30 minutes. Just horde selling everything we get. Maybe a bit more if I forgot which familiars that I actually accrued. So, comparatively, this is pretty on track. Like, At least with my dailies, it took, in my previous video, I got around 40,000 for just, bonding with my familiars and, doing Fiona familiars and some other daily stuff, like horde selling anything I got from there. So 40,000 from Rainsong Jungle for 30 minutes of grinding isn't bad. So that's about what you get, and I guess you can use that if you ever, like, use Coliseum services, have someone grind for you, so you make sure you're not getting scammed for the most part. I never trust those services because, like, sometimes you do get eggs, and I'm worried someone's gonna get an egg and, like, keep that egg. It's like, oh, that's my egg. Anyway. So yeah, I might do other venues in the future. I feel like I was gonna say something else about the Coliseum. I don't know if you have any requests or ideas for me to do stuff in the Coliseum. Just shoot a comment or something. I might do it. I'm a pretty busy person. I'm a master's student in college, so we'll see when I get the motivation to do something like that. I normally don't grind in the Coliseum, and when I do, it's usually for like an hour or so at a time, and I'm not even horde selling everything. I usually grind for hibernal dead items and stuff like that, so it was nice to see how much you really get out of the time you spend. So that's about, almost 1,000 treasure per minute, give or take. So, and that's if you're slow-ish. Even slower than me, I guess. Theoretically, if you're good at Glimmer and Gloom, you can get 75,000 in just 30 minutes. So the most efficient way to get treasure on this site would be to go into Fairgrounds and do Glimmer and Gloom, if you know how to do it. I know a lot of people still kind of struggle, even after watching tutorials and looking at the forums and stuff like that. I get it, it's not for everyone, so find out what you can do for yourself. If you combine 30 minutes of Coliseum and about 30 minutes of doing your dailies, you're going to get around 80,000 for the most part, give or take, on a good day. And so you'll be making basically the same amount as you would from Glimmer and Gloom. So if you can't do or won't do Glimmer and Gloom, you always have the Coliseum and your dailies to fall back on. And of course, if you do all three, then you're going to be rolling in it, honestly. So good luck. Happy grinding. Do with this information what you will. I hoped it shed some light on how Flight Rising works and how you guys can manage your time better. Yeah, leave a like or a comment on this video, and have a good day.